WWL-TV. The spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness News Night Watch.
Throughout the area hit by the hurricane, we will do what it takes. We will stay as long as it takes to help citizens rebuild their communities and their lives.
Presidential promises 1 year ago. Are the plans in place to save our city? Good evening, I'm Mike Haas.
And I'm Lucy Bustamante. 1 year ago tomorrow, President Bush stood in Jackson Square. Then he pledged to pull the country together in support of the city.
So how far along are we, and how satisfied are you? Ben Lemoyne has that story.
For Jules Edwards, it's been a half-century and 500,000 shoes, he figures.
I've been doing this since the day after Port Harbor, man.
Now he's kind of an expert. Well, maybe more.
I wouldn't put kinda, I am an expert at repair.
And Edwards says he can understand how rough it is repairing the city after Katrina, something that can't be stitched up in a day. But a year ago, he thought help would flow faster after President Bush spoke in Jackson Square.
Americans want the Gulf Coast not just to survive, but to thrive. Not just to cope, but to overcome.
But Jules Edwards says overcoming with less than half the population back and a sluggish federal assistance program is like working without tools.
If they get the money that the president promised them, or the support that the president said we were going to get, the city will probably come back. But the people have lost spirit. People have lost confidence in everything.
And it's a common complaint across New Orleans, from City Hall to the city streets.
I'm a bit frustrated because the dollars that are being talked about and that have been appropriated really haven't hit what I'm calling the sweet spot.
From what I understand, the money is stuck on the state level and it hasn't filtered down yet, and we can't possibly expect the city to function as it did before Katrina without any finances.
Others say the president has kept his word, and he's waiting on the locals.
And our leaders need to show to him that we can do this, and the state needs to show. And when he came back and he said he's not going to give up on us, I believe him.
Jules Edwards says he's just waiting for the flow of feet coming back in. After all, he may be good for another 500,000.
I don't think about stopping. I'm not going to stop. Anything could be done if a person wants to do it.
Mayor Nagin says he is very appreciative of the $12 billion that have been approved for the recovery, and every time he's gone to the president for something, he says he has had a favorable response. His number one concern, however, is the slow speed of that CDBG money getting to people to repair their homes. As of yesterday, only about 190 people have received checks. Lucy, Mike, about 100,000 have applied for that.
So overwhelming. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, Governor Kathleen Blanco says Entergy New Orleans will get some federal dollars to help recoup losses from Katrina, but it will not get the full $592 million at once. Blanco made the announcement this morning at the Louisiana